And we welcome you back here on Fox Sports, the iconic St. John's Bridge, one of the many great sights here in the city of Portland, Oregon. Ben Holden, Dallin Stanford, Spiff Cedric, and all of our crew. And Dallin, great turnout. They love their rugby in this part of the country, and we're 2 matches in. And you and I joked earlier, yeah, they're friendlies, but, well, sometimes they're not friendly. This will be round 2 we're going to see of the USA Men's Sevens and the PR7s All-Stars on the men's side. So it's just great to see the turnout here. And, you know, the last time that the PR7s was going was last August when it finished up in DC, and because of the Summer Olympics, and it's great to have everybody back here this weekend. Yeah,
it really is. I spoke to some of the fans, and they said it's so great that they can watch Olympians that they've watched a few months ago on TV, representing Canada, represent the USA. It's so nice to see them here in the crowd as well. And we also had some of the players and coaches and Olympians go out to the practices in the local teams here and guide them through some drills and stuff like that. So it's so great to see. And speaking of, obviously, Olympians, one of the greatest is with us.
Oh, we just had a chance to see her a little while ago and touch the bronze medal. Let's get down to Spiff Cedric. And Spiff, want to ask you, what's your reaction to seeing what's taken place here this weekend? And you've been here, I kind of dubbed you the Queen of Portland. You've been all over town. What's it been like to be here for the week and now to see this in front of your eyes down on the pitch?
Yeah, Portland's been a great city. Already we can see in the stands, it's packed out here. The fans are super loud, really showing out for their home teams. Portland's been great to me. The weather is really holding off for us, which I really appreciate being down here sideline. But yeah, just these games, again, like you said, not very friendly. We're seeing a lot of big hits, a lot of aggression, which I love to see. I know the American fans that we gained in Paris, they're really going to love to see that out of this game. Hopefully we get more of that later today.
Awesome stuff. Spiff will be coming up this way for the final match of the day, and get a look at some of the sides warming up. The PR7s All-Stars, the women out there getting a little bit loose. Is the USA Sevens women out there as well, and 4 on that side, Dallin, from the Olympic squad, and great to see them here. Is, you know, you mentioned earlier, great point by you, and you know, this is kind of the start of the build-up for the next Olympics and certainly the coming season here.
Yeah, it really is. This is the chance, and you never really get it ahead of the World Sevens series, where players get a chance to show the coach, this is what I can do on the big stage. Pick me for the series. And that's vital to get this practice before you have the real hit out coming up in Dubai.
And it's the old adage, it doesn't matter what kind of match, friendly, whatever it is, somebody's always watching, somebody's always evaluating, and that's certainly the case for the men's and women's U.S. sides. On the left, the PR7 men's All-Stars, their second tilt of the day. They make their way onto the pitch first. Down below us here, high atop this beautiful pitch here, and Derek Adams, a PR7's veteran. He's been around this thing the whole time in 4 years, and what a great story he is. We'll dive into that a little bit as we move along in the broadcast. We'll have another match between these two, and here come the red, white, and blue, the USA Eagles men's Sevens, making their way onto the pitch. And in match number 1, we saw a little while ago, 6 different guys scored for the Americans, so they got to love that.
Yeah, that tells you the team is moving the ball around. Everyone's looking to have a go, and when it's not on, they set a contact. You can see the Olympians, they highlighted in a picture there. Aaron Cummins really stood on that first game to me. And Lucas Lecamp, he's fantastic when he gets the ball in midfield. And Marcus Tuprolo, he holds the strings as well when he comes off the bench. Bitzer has been brilliant as well. And then some of those names you see that are going to be newer, potentially on the series. That's why they're here. Peter Sear Jr. and Peter Goodrum, he had a very good first game out as well with a boot.
And you see on the left there some of the PR7's All-Stars and their lineup here today, and there's one of them, a veteran again of PR7's there. Ty Liuta, been around this great sport for a long time. He's an Olympian back in 2020. So it's a great day here in Portland, Oregon. Great to have you with us wherever you're watching. United States will get it to begin the match. In a wonderful venue here in Portland. I'm putting in an early vote, Dallin, for another stop next year when the tour gets going again.
I love it.
Here we go. USA men up to get it, and they've got the take there. Oren Bitzer was impressive in that opening match. Had a try. 6 different men found the try line and got it down for the Americans. Here they come now. The speedy CO, as Dallin mentioned. Look at him go. Little dummy back there, and he's still going up that far side touchline. They force him in. What footwork, what balance, and what control to get it down.
Peter Sear Jr. has got more steps than the Great Wall of China. What a burst on the outside. He had no right to score that try. He was looking for a switch, decided to take them on himself, threw the dummy as well. We've seen him do this for Belmont Shore over the years, and now he's doing it for the United States. Just his ability to stop and beat defenders is remarkable.
Bringing everyone out of their seat, including us. What a try he put down, and there's a good look at him. An absolute gem of a play there. Never gave up, kept it going, and just kept moving up the pitch. Didn't go 10. Restart here from halfway here for the PR7s All-Stars. 38-10, the U.S. won that first match between these two.
Hey, use it, please.
Ben, watch this little plan move here that we saw it all week. That got trickery up their sleeves.
Richie Walker, he told you and I that he had some tricks, and a good job by Tian Lutz there to come up with a ball out of that set play there and getting it down, and it works. Oh, what a brilliant play, and it's put down there by Chevalier.
It is like the great Barbarian team has done over the years. They've got trick moves like you'd never believe, and no look behind the kick pass. A la Carlos Spencer, we've seen it in years gone by. Derek Adams in midfield, puts the kick, doesn't even know where it's going, looks over the top. Tian Lutz chases it, puts the boot to the hammer, and this pass goes backwards off a USA hand, so it's play on, and Chevy's on the spot to get it done. They are roaring here in Portland.
Oh, that is beautiful stuff. Now, we can tell those of you watching that that wasn't the only trick he's got up his sleeve, right?
Correct.
He had 2 or 3, he might even have had 4 or 5, we'll find out. Good take up in the air from the U.S. there. Now here they come. Good ball. Chevalier playing it back. Aaron Cummings, outstanding player. Great ball outside, right at halfway, but a good tackle turned in by Darrell Williams there.
Yeah, that is a tackle that needed to be made. David still is so strong on the outside, is so powerful. Darrell Williams comes in with a tackle, gives away a penalty so the US can march forward with an attacking lineup, but David still is such a weapon out wide. Here's a look at the pass over the top from Talatapusi. And Williams just climbing in there. Still thought that's a little bit high, but at least he stopped his player.
Oh, the beautiful game. You're checking out Sevens rugby for the first time. That is the beauty of this great game. The speed, the open pitch.
Time back on.
And the ability for guys to create, guys and gals to create, that play this sport. Good job there getting up by Cummings to get it, trying to get it to his teammate, but it's taken away now, and here come the Sevens All-Stars. Trying to kick it ahead, but it's intercepted. Beautiful job by David Still there.
Tackle!
Tian Lutz takes him down. The dangerous Peter Seo in there at the base, plays it on. And there again.
He came straight over.
Yep, there's the call, referee, and it's going the way of the Sevens All-Stars, and it's going to be a second try here in this match for the man they call, as you said, Dallin Stanford, Chevy dotting it down.
That's right, quick thinking from Richie Walker's side. The PR7s All-Stars team, Alessio Nanduva, Mr. Nitro, is right on the ball there after they forced the penalty. A quick tap, and there are numbers to burn up plenty. There's not much Talapusi could do with that. And Will Chevalier dances in with that stash of his for his second try. A vital score. We said we'd see different things from this All-Stars team, and that's what they're producing so far.
Well, Chevalier, no stranger to the Sevens play. He's played in the World Rugby Sevens series in 22 and 23. And you can see his skills on display. Down to Spiff, who's got a little insight on some of the strategy the U.S. side has.
Yeah, I just spoke with some of the USA bench, and they talked about wanting to play wide. They also talked on defense about how they weren't happy with how much they got cut up in the middle there, so they're really going to be working on their comms and hopefully locking down that defense and getting some points on the board.
See how that all plays out. Thank you very much. Here they come again. CO doesn't get away this time. They get him down to ground. Warren Bitzer, Life University product. What a factory they are in college rugby here in the United States. Near side, some room. Can he outrun the defender? No. Slowed up and played back to Cummings. Good ball to CO. Offload there to Cummings. Slipped a bit, gathered his footings. He's a big man. Nice little ball there. Good tackle from behind, just inside of the 22.
Advantage.
Bitzer picks it up. Bitzer, easy one for him, and sticks the landing.
Used exactly the tactics that Spiff Cedric was telling you about earlier, going wide, trying to suck in some of their defenders, and then they draw it back on the inside. Very good player from the USA Sevens team. Tabola was one that took it wide, and then in midfield it comes a beautiful one-handed flick. That was fantastic from the big unit. The Hulk gets it away, and Talapalapusi's end support. Bitzer able to pick this one up and go around the fringes. He's such a workhorse. The youngest of 4 from Life University. Great response.
Productive day for number 3 here so far. A try in each match. The Canadian men's team not here, so that's why these two men's sides are going to play 3 times. And you got to believe, Dallin, by the time the 3rd match comes around, there will be a little bit of, I'm not going to say it's going to be anything bad, but there's going to probably be a little bit of animosity, right?
Yeah, they're really feeling each other out. This is a good testament, this game, of turning around a 30-point result and being tied here on the board so far is really good testament of this all-star side coming back into it.
Yeah, no doubt. 12-12. It was 38-10. The U.S. men came away with a win in the opening match, and now here's a chance. Sevens trying to add to it. Chevalier can't get the ball carrier. It's Simi Mo'ola. Now Tian Lutz, he'll trot his way, and he'll put one down. Just re-signed with San Diego in Major League Rugby. Veteran player out of South Africa.
Well, that is worrying signs for the USA on the defensive side of things, because Simi Mo'ola, bus free, the Cybertruck as I call him, runs out of juice near the end. Channel comes in with a good tackle, but he has the presence of mind to find Tion Lutz, and there's a bunch of teammates there as well. Lutz gets in. It's a great score. I know his daughter is watching back at home. She'll be proud of him there.
Absolutely. No good on the kick, so it stays a 5-point lead for the PR7s men's all-stars after that try in the final seconds here. A lot of Sevens all-stars. 17-12 here at halftime. We'll be right back.
This game, they got to the side of the block. We're trying to chase what's closer. Just let it go, let them have it. Expect pressure. Stay good, get energy up. Ready. The next 2 minutes are going to be crucial. So we got to keep the energy up. Right now, whoever scores first in this half wins the game. Yes, sir. Whoever scores first wins the fucking game. Let's go. Let's go. Break it on you, Chevy. Let's fucking go, eh? Okay, finish on 3, 1, 2, 3, finish!
Well, the PR7s men's all-stars on top here. Richie Walker the head coach. They executed one of the set pieces he told you and I about earlier today, and they're giving the U.S. quite a test here in the second match here, Dallin.
Yeah, Ben, this is what it's all about. The USA team needs practice like this ahead of the World Series, and this All-Star team is absolutely delivering. It's amazing to watch.
Let's keep in mind, there's an awful lot of experience on that Sevens All-Star side. Say the same about the women's side, which they'll continue their matches when we're done here with the U.S. and Canada. Round robin on the women's side with 3 sides. And as I mentioned, we'll have 3 matches between these 2 sides. PR7s possessing the ball here. Good solid finish on the tackle there from the Americans. Making that play was Porter Goodrum on Charlotte, North Carolina. And here go the Sevens again. Support is there, and it's Derek Adams supporting and finishing with the touchdown. The Diamonds in the try zone.
The All-Stars are lighting it up. They continue the form they showed in the first 7. The battle of the breakdown is there. It's loose. So Alasia Nanduva, the flying Fijian, picks this one up. The man from Suva cuts loose. Adam Channel chases. He's a lone support there. And Derek Adams finishes a strong try. This All-Star side are certainly delivering, and it's brilliant to see. Adams, the professional gamer. Samurai ambassador as well. His sister Kaylee watching in Lamont will be very happy with that.
22 on the series, led the series in tries. Down to Spiff for some words that you got on adjustments at halftime. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I just spoke with head coach of the PR7s team, Richie Walker. I said, what were the changes that you decided to make from the first game to this one? And he said they just want to focus on having fun. The first game, they were getting cut up a little bit around ruck time, getting too many defenders committed in there, and so they're just deciding to leave the rucks alone.
Great stuff. And Richie's all about having fun. We know that, right?
Well, you could see the players. They're really looking to express themselves. You mentioned the experience they have, of course.
Yep.
Matai Leuta coming on and making a difference as well, and Martin Yosefo there. With Chevy and those players pulling the strings, it is really fun to watch. But it is exciting, I think, for Ben Pinkerman on the other side of things, for the USA side. You want to take these knocks and these learning lessons as the tournament gets on, because Sevens is all about consistency.
Good stuff. A bunch of subs have come in for the PR7 side. 3, in fact, have come in.
5, 7.
Porter Goodrum to put in here. Out the back it comes now. Defense, good line set for the Sevens. Now a little kick through here, but it's going to be called and brought back.
Yes, I'll go back to the original infraction. But I like the look of Tupuola just pulling the strings in midfield. And now a choice here for the USA side, potentially to go to an attacking lineup. I'd like to see what sort of set-piece work they've been doing in the off-season as well. It's such an important part of the game. It only happens a few times, but you need to be accurate when it does come your way.
10-point lead for the PR7 side. 4:15 and counting remaining in the match. Kick there will set up the U.S. side here. Down by 10. Cummings up and getting it down. Wow, could hear that all the way up here. Good carry there. Cummings gets it free into the hands of Adam Channel. And a takeaway here deep inside of their own territory by the Sevens All-Stars, but they turn it over and Aaron Cummings puts it down.
The incredible hold. Here's that set piece I spoke about. Here's good drum goes to Cummins. And look at the short line coming in here. There was a big shot about to happen. And then bang, it was Martin Yosefo that came flying in. And Tupuola had a beautiful line setting play out for the United States. In the end, they would lose possession because Michael Hand got himself involved, but that little loose pass was not needed, of course, in hindsight. And the big Aaron Cummins strides in for a very important score for this USA team.
It's a large man, his first try here in the second match between these two sides. Third one coming up a couple more down the road here. So we're under 3 minutes to play in it, and it's now a 5-point match. Didn't go 10, so this one goes over to the Sevens All-Stars.
And Ben, this is an area of concern as well. It's happened a couple times so far. Is not kicking the required 10 meters. It is a vital error to make.
Sure is. It's one of those unforced errors, right? U.S. takes it inside of the 22. Lance Williams started the play. Goose step there, and now here they come, and trying to get through there is Goodrum. Now it's broken free and into the hands of Lucas LeCamp. Hits the home run on this particular play. And the match is tied.
Lucas LeCamp, what a time to score. Here's a look at the wide angle, how the defense is lined up. Look at all that space in the middle of the field. And you can see why the US were looking to exploit. And Goodrum was the one looking to drag a couple of plays. He steps in beautifully, almost gets completely free himself, but finds Lucas LeCamp, and that opening is still there. Matai Leuta, there's nothing he can do because LeCamp is fast. He is lightning. And he strikes here for the US with this conversion right in front of the uprights.
So it was a double-digit lead for the PR7s All-Stars. Now they're down by 2 here. With under a minute 50 to go in this match, and trying to break free there was Jake Brozell, unable to do so. Now coming free, and this one is going to put the PR7s All-Stars back on top. Moala puts it down. He breaks free, and now it's a 3-point lead for the All-Stars.
Well, Simi Moala, the Cybertruck, the 2 times Club Sevens national champion with NAV. He's got a smile on his face. He knows he robbed one there on that occasion. This PR7's All-Star side, well, they are playing to the last few seconds, as you would imagine in any single game. But to get possession back and strike at the right time, well, what have the USA got in store?
.25 seconds remaining here. Plenty of time for the US to get it level and potentially win it. Actually, an adjustment been made just over a minute ago. Still, obviously plenty of time for the red, white, and blue here to do something. Here they come now. Williams is there in support. To ground it goes. Williams gets in there, cleans out. Now Goodrum outside. This one's going to go, and it's going to be a try for the U.S. Down it goes. Beautifully done from the Americans, and it's Wendling with his 2nd try in the tournament.
Very clever play indeed from the US, and the breakdown was so important. Goodrum picked it up, looked to go wide, and Jack Wendling, the powerhouse, scores this try to level things up for the US. A vital conversion to follow.
Wendling back in part of a country he's familiar with. She's from outside of Seattle, Bellingham, Washington.
And one thing we must mention as well, it's being trialed here at the Premier Rugby Sevens. The last 2 minutes of the game, the time will stop after a try is scored and only commence once the conversion has been struck. So that's vital to know.
Yep, it sure is. And we can have a tie here.
Tackle!
That's how it could end. 29 apiece. Points not a problem in this match between both these units. Good fake there, and here we go. Up the far side. Can Williams get it? No! Take it in and put down. That's the Hattie for Chevy.
My next car is going to be a Chevy. That's for sure. Did you see that dummy? Everyone fell for that. The fans, the commentary booth, and of course the USA Sevens players. Will Chevalier, the capped USA Sevens player, has thrown an outrageous play, and there will still be a kickoff as well. We are not done.
Yep. What a turn of events. Can happen that quick. And that kick is no good. So 34-29 with a kick coming.
Yeah, we gotta play.
And the PR7s men's All-Stars, who lost by 28 to begin the matches here on this Sunday of 6 blown out by 28, but not this time. They got a chance to win this thing. Williams goes back to track it down. Got the ball palmed in his right hand. Now switches. Left hand offload. Good play. Here comes the U.S. What a good ball. Back into the middle, looking for some help. Good one over the top and gathered in. It's taken in there by Peter V, and he's going to go back and get inside the zone and get it down.
V for victory. The crowd goes wild. The United States lock it up with a kick to come from underneath the uprights. It should be a formality. What a strike. They go the full 100 meters. Peter V on the end of that one. Absolutely fabulous finish.
Out of that great rugby town in Northern California, Sacramento. They have produced so many great ones. Now the kick, good one, and there it is. What a match. What a match. The U.S. has taken both so far, but this one was an absolute thriller that came down literally to the last play of the match.
Truly remarkable. What have we just seen? Congratulations to the USA men's side. They fought right to the very end. A dramatic game we've witnessed.
And the series, I think,
Crazy.
We'll step aside. Much more to come. We're halfway home in terms of the matches, and there's Peter V. Back in for the score, and the United States wins it by 2, 36-34. Here in the PR7s All-Star event here from Portland, Oregon. We're back with more. What a classic that was. High scoring, everything you want to see in sevens rugby. And the United States comes up with a try on the last play of the match and the conversion to win it 36-34. Let's get down to the pitch. Spiff Cedric with the star and the end of this one.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Peter V. Congrats. End of the game. And you made it in. What was your mindset going into that?
Just if I should pass it so I don't have to run.
Well, we're glad that you didn't. It turned out to be great for you guys. Back and forth down to the last second. What are you guys going to be thinking about going into this last match against PR7s?
How not to get punched in the mouth first, beginning of the game, come out strong and try to hold that all the way to the end. Yeah.
All right, you've seen them twice already. After this next game, say you do get punched in the face again, how will you come back from that?
try not to change that game plan and that mindset that we started off with, and just go from the start to the end with that same mentality.
Great, thank you so much. Congratulations. Good luck.